So the topic today which we are going to discuss is Pearson's coefficient of rank correlation. Earlier we have discussed Carl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, and today we are starting with the Spearman coefficient of correlation. Now question is, why do we need another method of correlation when we already have one method of correlation? So another method always comes into situation when any previous method have any problems, right? So in previous method, um, there were two or maybe three types of data is given to you, and you directly had to find correlation between or among those data sets, maybe two or more than two. But in certain cases, sometimes we are given a series of items where no numerical measure can be made, but where the best and worst case can be identified. Okay. So, in certain cases, like as you can see in the question which is given to you, the marks obtained by 9 students in mathematics and accountancy are given to you, right? So, we have these are marks of probably one subject and another subject, and these are the marks of 9 students. Okay, so student one's marks in maths and accountancy 30 and 35, student two's marks in maths and accountancy 33 and 23. So what do we have to do? We have to find the correlation. Is there any correlation between these two marks? So here what do? We do not directly find the correlation, but what do? We try to identify the ranks. Okay. So basically rank correlation is applied where directly finding correlation doesn't make sense, or only you have a situation where best and worst case is given to you. So where there we apply rank correlation. So this is the formula to calculate rank correlation. 1 minus 6 summation of d square divided by n minus n square minus 1. So this is the formula. Now we will understand how do we calculate rank correlation. So the question is given to you. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find the ranks. Okay. So to calculate rank, we uh, we will calculate R1 and R2. Okay. R1 and R2. Right. So for R1, now we see we can basically arrange it in highest or lowest form. It either ways it will be fine. So what I'm doing is the highest value to the highest value I'm giving the rank 1. So you can arrange it in ascending or descending order, completely your choice. But I am doing it in like descending order. The highest one, then lowest, and then lowest. So the highest value in X. First, I am ranking these values. Okay. So here the highest value is 49. So I am giving it rank 1. Then less than 49 is we have 45. So to 45 I am giving rank 2. Then less than 45 is 33, rank 3. Then we have 31. So this is rank 4. 30, rank 5. Less than 30 is 23. So this is rank 6. Then 23. Then we have 12, rank 7. Then we have rank 8, rank 8. And 4, rank 9. Now similarly we will give ranks to Y also. Right? So the highest value in Y we have to identify. The highest value we have is 47. Right? So to this we give rank 1. Then less than 47 is 43, rank 2. Then less than 43 we have is 35, rank 3. Then less than 35 we have 28. So rank 4. Less than 28. Less than 28 we have 23. So rank 5. Less than 23 we have 17. So we'll give it rank 6. Then we have less than 17 we have 10, 7, 8 and 9. So this is how we have given ranks to X and Y. Now the next step is to calculate D. D is deviation. So how do we calculate deviation? Deviation is basically difference between R1 and R2. So R1 minus R2. So we'll just minus the ranks. So here we get 5 minus 3, 2. These ranks I'm subtracting. 5 minus 3, 2. Then 3 minus 5 is minus 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 6 minus 6, 0. 8 minus 7, 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 7 minus 8 is minus 1. 9 minus 9, 0. 4 minus 4, 0. Now we will calculate D square. D square. So 2 2s are 4. Again minus 2 into minus 2 is 4. 1 1s are 1. 0 1 1 1 0 and 0. So this is what we have got, D square. Now we have all the values and now we can put these values into the formula. Okay, so let's just apply the formula. The formula for rank correlation is this one. I'll just put the values into this formula. Here. So 1 minus 6 sigma d square. So sigma d square, obviously we needed summation. So sigma d square summation 11. Okay, thank you. Sigma d square. Okay, it is coming 4 plus 4. It's 12, not 11. Please cross check. This is 12. Okay. So this is 6 into 12 divided by n into n square. So n is number of observations. So how many observations do we have? We have 9 observations. So 9 into 9 square. So 9 square I am directly applying here. So 9 square is 81. Okay, 81. So this is what we have. Okay, so 12 into 6 is 72. Divided by 81 minus 1 is 80 and okay, I'll just put it here. This is 80 now. 9 into 80. Okay, so this is 72 divided by 9 into 80 is 9 8 is 72. So 720, right? So 720 and we can just we can cancel out 72 with 72. So it will become 1 by 10, right? So this is 1 by 10. So 1 minus 1 by 10 is 10 minus 1. Yes. So this will become, or we can solve it also, 0.1. So it becomes 0.9. So the correlation between x and y is 0.9. So this is how we calculate rank correlation. Now we'll do another type of question also. So in this question, 10 competitors in a beauty contest are ranked by 3 judges in the following order. So here ranks are already given to you. You don't have to calculate ranks. In earlier question, we were supposed to calculate ranks. Here ranks are not required to calculate. Right? Ranks are already given to you. But what do we have to do? We have to just find the correlation between these judges. So point is ranks given by these judges basically. Point is we do not calculate correlation between three things. So what do? We will calculate correlation between 1 2, 1 3 and 2 3. Okay. So in three forms we will calculate correlation. I'll just show you how do we do that. So correlation between 1 2, judge 1 and judge 2, then correlation between 1 3, then we need to calculate correlation between 2 and 3, right? So these are the correlations given to us. We have to calculate basically. So for that, what do I have to do? I have to find D of 1 2, D of 1 3 and D of 2 3. So how do we do that? So this is R1 basically given to you. Rank given by judge 1 is R1. R1. Then second one is R2. Right? And the third one is R3. Right? Now I have to calculate D12 basically. Okay. So the first one I need to calculate is D12. D12. Then I need to calculate D13. Then I need to calculate D23. D23. These three things I have to calculate. Okay. Then what do I have to do? I have to also calculate its squares also. So how do we do that? D12's square. Like this. D13 square and then D23's square. All these things I need for the question. So first thing I will do D12. So for this, what do I have to do? R1 minus R2. Just write it here. I have to calculate R1 minus R2 this I have to calculate. Now let's start with the question now. R1 minus R2. So 1 minus 4 is minus 3. 4 minus 8 is minus 4. 8 minus 7 is 1. 9 minus 5 is 4. 6 minus 9 is minus 3. Then 10 minus 6 is 4. 7 minus 10 is minus 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 minus, yes, 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. So we have calculated D12. And we can simultaneously calculate its square also. So 3 3s are 9. 4 4s are 16. 1, 16. 3 3s are 9. 4 4s are 16. 3 3s are 9. 1, 1. 4 4s are 16. So this is, I have obtained D1 square. Okay. D12 square. Now I would need its summation also. So here I'm just writing the summation also. Summation of D12 square. Okay. So its summation is 94. Now similarly, I will calculate D13. So for D13, R1 minus R3. This is what I need. R1 minus R3. Okay. So R1 basically these values minus these values, R3. Okay. So let's start. 1 minus 6 is minus 5. 4 minus 7 is minus 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. 9 minus 8 is okay. Sorry, this one I have done wrong. So 8 minus 1 is 7, not 1. Then 9 minus 8 is 1. Then we have minus 4. 6 minus 10. Then we have 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 2. Then we have 1, minus 1 and plus 1. So these are the values I have obtained by R1 minus R3. Now I will do it square simultaneously. So 5 5s are 25, 3 3s are 9, 7 7s are 49, 1, then 16, then 25, 2 2s are 4, 1, 1, 1. Now similarly I will calculate summation of D13 square. D13. Okay. So its total is 132. 132. Okay. Now I will calculate D23. For D23, I need to calculate R2 minus R3. R2 minus R3. So one thing is there that we are calculating 3 times only because obviously if you calculate D12 or D21, it would be same thing. That's why we don't have to calculate multiple times. Okay. So R2 minus R3. So basically the difference between these two ranks. Okay. So 4 minus 6 minus 2. 8 minus 7 1. 7 minus 1 6. 5 minus 8 minus 3. Then we have 9 minus 10 minus 1. 6 minus 5 1. 10 minus 9 1. 2 minus 2 0. 3 minus 3 0. And 1 minus 4 minus 3. Yeah. So this is what we have calculated. Now we will find its square. So here we are. So minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4. 2 2s are 4. 1. 6 6 are 36. 3 3s are 9. 1 1s are 1. 1 1 0 0. No, no. This is no. Okay, okay. So this is 0. And then we have 3 3s are 9. right? So we have calculated. Now I will calculate summation of D23 square. This is 23 and its total is 62. So we have got all the three values. Now I will calculate the correlation. Okay. So here D12 square, here D13 square, and here D23 square, like this. Okay. So I will just solve it here. So 6 into D12 square is 94 into 94 divided by n is how many contestants were there? 10. So 10 into 10 square, I'm directly writing 100. And similarly, we will put the values for rest of the cases also, like this. So 6 into here, the value is 132. And denominator would remain same. And then 6 into, it was 62. And denominator would remain same. Now we'll solve it further. So here we are. 6 into 94 is 564. 564 divided by 100 minus 1 is 99. 99 into 100 is 990. So I'm writing 990 here. 990. And once you will solve it, the answer you will obtain is 0.43. So the correlation between judge 1 and judge 2 is 0.43. Now similarly, we will apply the values for second one. So 6 into 132 is 792 and the denominator would remain same, 990. So the answer is 0.2. Then the third one is here 6 into 62 is 372. 372. So 372 by 990 and the answer 1 minus 372 by 990 we get is 0.62. So the correlation between the judgment of judge 2 and 3 is 0.62. So this is how we have calculated correlation between the judgments of judge 1 and 2, judge 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. And if you will calculate 3 and 2 or 3 and 1 or 2 and 1, it would remain same. So we do not have to, calculate correlation multiple times. If you only calculate it once, it will be similar for other cases also. Okay. So this is how we calculate rank correlation. So there are two types of questions in rank correlation. In one type, ranks would not be given to you. You have to calculate rank also. Like in previous question, we first calculated ranks and then we calculated deviations and applied all the formulas. But in second case, ranks were already given to you and you just had to calculate deviations. So any kind of question can be there. So you just look at the question and see whether you have to calculate rank first or not. Okay.